Yo, what's up guys? You got PokeaimMD here with this week's SPL game. This time I'm playing Bluewind, and I'll be playing DPP OU. I won't actually have another DPP OU video up today, unfortunately. I have a few errands I have to run, and I still want to be able to stream as well. But yeah, I'm playing Bluewind today, and yeah, let's see how it goes. So I have Starmie lead, he has Nidoqueen. Now, automatically when I see Nidoqueen, I think, okay, Skarmory, Clefable, Starmie, T-Tar, and then last is like Zapdos or a wild card or anything like that. So Starmie versus Nidoqueen is a very favorable matchup. I'm just going to click Hydro Pump right here as he does reveal the Clefable. Now, I don't want him Thunder Waving my Breloom. I don't want him knocking him off as well. So I actually decided to bring out my Empoleon here as he goes right for that Thunder Wave. So I can get up my rocks here. It's relatively safe, I want to say. And again, though this does provide Starmie for coming in, I decided to actually go for Roar because I want to be able to bring in something like my Breloom. Unfortunately, I do phase him out to Starmie. It would have been nice if I would have shown the T-Tar or even whatever his last was. Like, I know his team. I could tell his team just by seeing the Nidoqueen. At least 4 members of his team I know, which is Nidoqueen, Clef, Starmie, and Skarmory. Like, I know those are all going to be on this team. And the other ones, like T-Tar and Zapdos, could be here, or, again, some wild card. But bring out Starmie. He's definitely going to go for Rabbit Spin. And I have a Choice Scarf Tyranitar, and I don't want this Starmie to get away from me, so I decided to go route to that. I know because I see leftovers from roaring him in that he cannot 2-hit KO me. The only thing he could really threaten me with is Thunder Wave. So Pursuit is my best play because it guarantees... There's no 50-50 here. The only thing that would actually knock me out this turn would be a crit Hydro Pump. So basically, Pursuit ensures that I get rid of Starmie, and that means when I get up my Hazards, they're there to stay. So brings in Nidoqueen. This is a great opportunity to bring back out my Starmie. Nidoqueen runs Stealth Rock, Toxic Spike, Earthquake, Protect, things like that, Ice Beam occasionally. So I go right for the Hydro Pump as he brings in Clefable, and I can Rapid Spin right here. He makes a really solid play by bringing in Tyranitar. I actually could have went Breloom there thinking about it, but really solid play. I'm Cobra Berry though, so this gives me damage, and I do find out right now that he's actually Choice Scarf T-Tar. So this damage is really good because I do have a Raikou in the back as well as a Zapdos that appreciate T-Tar being in range of their attacks. So I actually decided to switch just in case he wants to switch himself because Empoleon can easily come out and get up his hazards. But I can bring in Breloom now. This is why Scarf T-Tar is actually fallen in popularity because Breloom just comes in for free. So I go for Seed Bomb on Nidoqueen. Now right here, pause it real quick. If I Spore this Nidoqueen, I deny Stealth Rocks pretty much because sleeping every generation that's not like Gen 6 and 7, I want to say, is just broken because it's not 3 turns, like guaranteed. It's stupid. Like in Gen 5, if you switch out, you can't be woken up and things like that. So I thought that because he had already gotten rid of my Starmie, he would try and double out into Tyranitar on the Spore, and I really didn't want Tyranitar to sleep. I would rather Nidoqueen be put to sleep. So I actually go for the double Seed Bomb just in case he wants to try and make that play. And unfortunately, my opponent is able to get up rocks. So had I put him to sleep with Spore, that was just my bad. I would have denied the Stealth Rock, which got a little bit annoying, but I'll be able to put him to sleep right now. At least deny the T-Spikes that he potentially wants to go for. Now, the Pokemon that's coming out right now is definitely going to be the Skarmory in the back. That's like his best switch-ins right now. Nidoqueen's already asleep, you have Clefable and Tyranitar. I knew Skarmory would come out, so I go Raikou right here. And I have a choice whether to go for Calm Mind, expecting to go Nidoqueen, or HP Ice or Thunderbolt. I opted to go for Thunderbolt because I didn't want Clef coming in on a Calm Mind. I don't think Clef could have taken a Calm Mind boost attack, especially because I'm Rash Nature, Aura Sphere, 1-hit KO Tyranitar. But I go for Thunderbolt as Nidoqueen comes in. And I'll just be able to throw off a Rash Nature HPI. So I'm Shuka Berry, so I can't be put down by Nidoqueen. Now, like I said, I do have Rash Nature Aura Sphere. Unfortunately, at the range Nidoqueen is at, Aura Sphere does not KO him. But I think in hindsight, Aura Sphere was my best play right now because even if he does wake up, when he doesn't knock me out through Shuka Berry, and either way, Tyranitar was going to come out to try and revenge kill Raikou anyway. So basically, my thought process was, if he woke up here and popped my Shuka, I'm 100% in range of Pursuit from T-Tar. But then either way, Tyranitar would come in on Raikou, regardless of what I made. Like, let's say I made the Aura Sphere play and he didn't wake up anyway, Tyranitar still comes in after. But and if he did wake up as well and somehow my Raikou went down, I had my own T-Tar to Pursuit trap the Nidoqueen, and that meant that I got another sleep with Breloom. So I think this was a misplay on my part, not going for Aura Sphere here. But I also think it was a misplay on his part, risking Tyranitar, because had I went for it, I don't think, maybe he didn't know I had it, but had I went for it there, T-Tar would have been gone, and Raikou just would have had a field day, since Aura Sphere, Thunderbolt, just breaks through his entire team. And then he gets the play right here. I was debating whether he would go for Superpower because that could actually knock out Raikou at that range, with Sand or Stone Edge, and or slash Crunch. Crunch would not knock me out. Pursuit only if I switched out would knock me out. Actually, Crunch would have been knocked me out with Sand, I believe. But he gets to play right here, and unfortunately I lose my Raikou. And again, that was just misplay on my part. I think I should have always Aura Sphered there, because even if he stayed in with Nidoqueen, what it did was, like I said, it prevented Nidoqueen from escaping, since I could go Tyranitar after and just Pursue Trap it and basically get a free Spore off on something else. So that was just a misplay on my part, I feel. Thankfully, right here, I am able to break the paralysis and get up my rocks, which is going to be nice because that means that T-Tar only has 2 switch-ins left. I go out to Breloom now. I want to save Empoleon as fodder, as we do see the last move on that Clefable, which is Encore. So I'll throw out for Superpower here as he does go out to Skarmory. Now I see the damage is 49. That's interesting because the roll is like 43 to 49 depending on his Skarmory set. I know like the EV spread just based on like that, or at least I know that he's not very much Fizz-Def invested. So I decide to go out into my Zapdos here because he's forced to Roost, and what Zapdos does is it obviously scares out the Skarmory. So at this point, my game plan is double around, and this is really tough because I allowed him to get up rocks. This is where me, right here I'm going to Thunderbolt first, or excuse me, I'm going to Roost first because he has to go Clefable, and there's no way he stays in, and because rocks are up, I actually have to go for Roost. And I'm going to bring in Breloom now. On Clefable's Thunder Wave, on Clefable's Seismitoss. Either way, I'm still recovering a bit of damage anyway, and what I'm going to do here is go for another Superpower, because again, I want to gauge that roll on Skarmory. As you can see right here, I do 46, so I'm like, okay, so he has some defense investment, if not, albeit just a little bit, but bringing Zapdos on the Roost one more time. And like I said, now my game plan is, okay, double back and forth between Zapdos and Breloom. Whenever I bring in Breloom on the Clefable, actually go for Thunderbolt here because I want to force the Clefable to soft-boiled as opposed to actually attacking me. So that means that Breloom actually gets a little bit more Poison here recovery, and basically I'm able to come in on Clef. So again, we're going to double right now on the incoming Skarmory because, like I said, I'm trying to get that Stealth Rock damage to put it in range of 2 Superpowers. So Superpower and a -1 Superpower. Now, at the next percentage it's at, basically, because I know Clef is coming in, right? So at the next percentage it's at, it's a roll to knock him out. Now, assuming I get the high roll, which is like 46, 49, right? Assuming I get that high roll on the incoming Skarmory right now, because he'd be at 82, you subtract 46, and then you subtract the second Superpower would do around 32 to 38 damage. But if I don't get the good roll on Skarmory, because of leftovers recovery, he can still either Brave Bird or he can Roost, and basically my Superpower play is useless. So right here, once again, I double because I'm trying to get Skarmory even lower, because I know Skarmory would always come out on the Breloom, even though it does risk a crit. Like if I get a crit, Skarmory is gone in 1 hit anyway. But at this point, when he switches out, he is in range of the Superpowers. So he's in range of 2 Superpowers, regardless of the roll, just because he's going to be at 76 HP. So I go Breloom right now. Like I said, he is in range of 2 Superpowers. If I get 2 average rolls or whatnot, and even I don't even need an average roll. So knowing that he would fear the Superpower because he knows he's in range, I know he's a good player. Actually, no, that's not this turn. I do it. Okay, yeah. The reason I didn't do it that turn, even though this is what I was talking about the turn prior. Sorry, I was getting a little bit ahead of this. The reason I didn't do it this turn is because, okay, so he'd be at 76, right? Let's say I get the 49 roll, then he gets a 6 recovery, or the 46 roll and he gets a 6 recovery. He'd be at around 36, 37 HP, I want to say. If I get the low roll on the second one, I cannot knock him out, and then all that was basically for nothing, and I wasted a few more Superpowers, which I definitely need for Clefable and whatnot. Though, I mean, obviously C-Bomb could do the job as well, Mach Punch, whatnot. So I wanted to double right back out into Zapdos one more time just to ensure that no matter what roll I got, I would be able to 2-hit KO Skarmory. So my bad for that. I was a little bit ahead of myself on the narration. But Clefable comes in. I actually don't want to go directly into Breloom. I want to force him to softball first. And I knew with Seismitoss there just because depending on, I mean, like Seismitoss with Sand could actually knock me out. But I Roost right here because, again, I'm still a little bit scared to go Breloom. And I'm also pressure stalling the Clefable just a little bit. But we're going to go Empoleon. I'm not going to risk my Breloom. He actually goes for Thunder Wave there. I would have been nice to get him my Breloom because I would have gotten the free turn of recovery. But he is going to be able to knock me out. This is why I saved Empoleon, just so he can knock me out there. I get that fodder. And I get him Breloom. Like I said, I know that he knows that he'll that he'll be 2-hit KO by Superpower. So I actually go for Seed Bomb, expecting him to probably sack the Needle Queen. And he reveals his last is Gengar. Really surprised he doesn't have Zapdos on his team. So he reveals his last is Gengar. I get the damage off on Seed Bomb, and now I have to make this play. He's going for Focus Blast. That's always his play. His play is always Focus Blast here. I know his play is always Focus Blast here. Focus Blast unfortunately knocks out Breloom, and it also Focus Blast into Rocks will do enough for Shadow Ball to knock out Zapdos. Now that's not the important part, but if I do lose Zapdos, he can then, or even if, like, let's say I get that play right, and he double Focus Blast and my Zapdos somehow is able to roost off, he just go Tyranitar and click Edge. So I have to make the T-Tar play right here, I feel, and go off the 30% chance that he misses Focus Blast, because if he does, I click Pursuit, I get rid of Gengar, and while I do give Skarmory a roost, I still get in Zapdos, which also gets a roost off, and I still threaten the Clefable, and I can still bring in my Breloom and whatnot. So he does go for Focus Blast, which was his best play, and he does connect, so I'm not able to get rid of the Gengar right here. Now, Gengar, depending on rolls, can go down to Life Orb plus Sand. I know it's a 17, but, you know, Showdown's weird. He makes a really nice play, though, going for Pain Split, expecting me to Roost. Roost was my best play, and he made his best play possible there, which was Pain Split. So really solid play on his part, for sure. And now he's going to bring in his Clefable as I go for Thunderbolt, and I can't risk bringing in Breloom because I go down the Size and Toss, and I actually get a crit on Clef, and he calls that I can't risk bringing in Breloom, so he goes for the Thunder Wave right there, and I can bring in Breloom now. By that point, it doesn't really matter because while he could just sack Needle Queen and bring out his Gengar, and Gengar does not go down to 2 hits. My Zapdos has the potential to live a Shadow Ball plus Rocks plus Sand, and that'd be great because what it would mean is that the Gengar would have to take 2 Life Orb hits, but even then it still wouldn't be enough for Gengar, and yeah, he's just going to be able to finish me off with this Gar. So again, I feel like a lot of games this SPL were decided on matchup for me, but this was definitely not one of them. This was my own fault. I think I should have Aura Sphere with Raikou. I also should have Spore Needle Queen. Like I was forced to double round on Rocks, and I would never have had to Roost. My Breloom would be a higher HP, and this was definitely a winnable matchup for me. I'm really disappointed in how I played this game. I am. Obviously, in hindsight, it's easy to say, oh yeah, I could have made this play, but I should have recognized that during the game. Like this is my meta. I love this meta. And 2, biggest misplay I feel, not sporing Needle Queen, though I stand by that if he wanted to go T-Tar and let me sleep that. But at the same time, if he let me sleep T-Tar, then Raikou would put in a lot of work. So that was like I should have spored Needle Queen because denying him Rocks would have been amazing. If he got a Spikes, whatever, I wouldn't even cared about Spikes, and I would have been able to get in my Raikou. And again, the other one, like when I went for HP Ice again and he brought in T-Tar, I think that was potentially a throw because if I did go for Aura Sphere, basically Raikou would just pummeled his team and we had just an 18% Needle Queen for Sleep Fodder. Sure, but Raikou would have pummeled his team saying they were Breloom because I was Combine Aura Sphere and I knocked out Clefable at the range it was at, but it was just misplays on my part. And I'm really disappointed with how tournaments are going for me, obviously, this year. I'm just talking, sorry about that. I feel like OST round 3 the other day, I had 2 bad matchups. The game 1, I couldn't do crap, and then game 2, like Swampert plus Kartana, I had nothing for them on my team. Why is Rain always messing me up when it matters? I saw a comment like that, like, damn bro, you're right. Anyway, but this was definitely not one of those matchups. I think this was an easily winnable one, and I just did not play better. So, tournament's not been up to par, but I will definitely be better. I think for now, OSC is done, and SPL is pretty much done as well because we can't make playoffs anymore. But I'll try my best in the GBA, as well as I think Classic is starting up soon or something like that. And then I'll be in form for World Cup for sure, whenever that starts. That's in June, July or something like that. I'll be in form for that. I want to step it up. I want to play better. And it's not that, like, some people say, oh man, you used to be better back in the day, man, you're washed up. Like, I don't think I was better back in the day. I think my knowledge has only grown, and sometimes that also hinders my play because I expect so much as well at times. So, and also playing aggro at times doesn't win you games. And best of one though it does. So that's my fault, and I definitely should have played this better. But good game to Bluewind. You played it well, and I think I did not. I definitely think I had the matchup, man. And DPP Cup, I will be back, guys. I will be back. We made semifinals last year, hoping to do even better. And yeah, like I said, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you everybody for watching. I'm not just talking, I'm just ranting right now. But I do want to, say that I will be better. I'm gonna try really hard. I actually practice and stuff. Something I haven't done in years. Actually, never practiced really. I just play some fun games of Blunder and stuff like that. But like these past 2 SPLs did not even be good for me. Last one, I could definitely blame it on luck because there was a lot of luck, freezes, last turn crits, all that crap, misses. But this year, well, I think my 2 ORAS games or my 2 Sun and Moon games, I think matchup wise, it was really difficult. But this one was not one of those. And I'm not trying to take away from Bluewind at all because this was this was a winnable game. I didn't play it well, but that will change, and I'll do better. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys all enjoyed. I'll see you guys. Goodbye, my friends.